Yo, it's your man, OGDuffy, and I have been sent a 12 terabyte hard drive full of games, systems, arcade systems. Oh, there really is something for everyone on this. If you guys want to trip down memory lane, my God, this has some consoles and some pretty new stuff as well. This really does pack a punch at 12 terabytes. Now, I've reviewed similar products in the past, but this is a new kid on the block. It's a new company called PeaPrit, and they have sent to me, OG, will you review it? I said, send it through. Of course I will, on one condition. What condition is that, they said? I don't want one, I want two, because I'll be giving one of these away to one of you lucky viewers. That is in a video that will follow separately to this one, probably a week on or whatever. But anyway, we're going to get to the review, and not just that, there is also a discount code in the description along with where to buy this. But we're going to get it unboxed, and I'll tell you the price and everything else. And then we'll get it plugged into the PC, and I'll show you the systems and the games that come on this bad boy, and also some details about the competition giveaway for this. Oh, grab a beer, let's get to it. Lady Stella is in the house to help me with the unboxing and showing you the system, because there's going to be a lot of talking to do, so it's important to stay hydrated. Oh yes, it is. This is the box. It's quite weighty, and I have to say it come very well packaged. Here we go. So the first things first, as you open the box there, a nice little note. Thank you. Your support means the world to us. Thank you for your order. And first, turn off any antivirus software. I'll come in all that in a minute and the install as well, and there's some help there on where to get it if you require it. Got a little box here. Let's just have a look in there. It just pulls off, and as you can see there, it's a cable to connect it to your PC. It's a USB, that looks like a 3.0 to USB-C, and there is a plug here, which is, I'm guessing that is European, is it? No, it's not European, it's probably Chinese, and that adapter there turns it into a UK plug. But the more observant amongst you will notice there is no third pin, which is required to, of course, get that in. Personally, best way I think is just get yourself an adapter, a travel adapter, put this into the adapter and then plug it into the mains that way. And then, of course, we come to the actual item itself, which is, here it is, it's a 12 terabyte hard drive. It's in its own sort of encasement with a separate like fan drive there, and there's the USB-C connection, the power connection, and on/off button. This slides off to open it up so you can see the drive itself, and as you can see, that's a 12 terabyte. This one is a Seagate hard drive. Okay, so a physical hard drive, quite a lump that, 12 terabytes. When you plug these in as well, this lights up in LED style. So let's get to it. Let's show you the systems and the games this bad boy has. So we've plugged the hard drive in, as you can see there, and what is different about this is you get this here, an MP4 file, which is basically a video showing you the install process. Now let's get to this process. It's a video there, as you can see, playing on the screen, which is quite a nice little touch, because normally then you have to look it up and stuff like that. You have to disable your antivirus through Windows, which some people are not happy doing. So I would suggest a cheap alternative PC, if you can afford it, or just an older PC to run sort of arcade games and stuff. So that way you haven't got to worry, have you? Anyway, and with this, you don't need to hook it up to the internet, because obviously once it's installed, good people. So anyway, I've installed mine already. So I'm going to crack it open, and I'll show you the systems that are available on it, because there are a good few. So we've booted the system up, and this is what we're greeted with. Okay, so you have like a nice front end going on, which is pretty decent. I've got this controller. It's a Bluetooth controller. It's wired to my PC. remotely, of course, no wires, of course. So now I'm going to show you through. So you've got some front ends here. You've got Kodi, which has nothing in it, okay? This here, which makes your games beautiful, apparently. Don't ask, I don't know. But hey, that is basically all your retro emulators and all your old sort of console systems. Playnite is mainly sort of for your PC-based games, more newer titles, shall we say. Then you got Retrobat, which again is very similar to the sort of what I call the Rubik's Cube there. Game Box, I think it's called, or something. They're very similar, just look different in the way they present the games. And then we have Hyperspin Attraction. And finally, we've got that one there, Tekno Parrot. Okay, so we're going to have a quick look at Tekno Parrot. There's not an awful lot in this one, but I'll show you the systems that it has. So here we go. So you have the different systems down on the wheel there, as you can see. So Tekno Parrot, favourites, so you can add your favourite games to that section. I recently played Exit. So here you go, these ones here. So you then press into it, and it'll bring up a sub-menu of games available for that system, okay? I'm not going to go through every single game on this because, my God, we'll be here all week. So not an awful lot on that one. Namco system here, Midnight, what's that? Midnight Racing 5, 6R, Max Storm. So you can see there is a real mix of various things going on. This system here probably has the least amount of games on it, shall we say. But I think what is nice there is the setup. As you can see, it gives you a nice sort of pretty little preview of the games and things as well. But you can see there's an awful lot on here. But like I say, let's go Teisho Type X2. A few different things on this one. And like I say, Giga Wing Generations there, great shooter. So anyway, we're going to come out of that. Exit, yes please. Now like I say, that system there, that Tekno Parrot, has the least amount of games on it compared to the others. We're going to have a quick look at Playnite, which is your PC based games. Waiting for that to start up takes a little bit longer than the others, I suppose because it's PC based games, but it gives you time for a quick refreshment, doesn't it? Right. As you can see here, these are sort of more modern PC games. A bit of Cyberpunk, Dawn of Man, GTA's, Just Cause 4, that sort of thing. Resident Evil 4, the Zombie Army Trilogy, Rage 2. But again, do bear in mind, these will only run as well as the PC you are running this drive on. And remember, it only works with Windows, to my belief. I'm not sure if it works via... let's exit Playnite. If it works via Apple or not, you'd have to check with the guys who sell it. Talking of selling it, I do have a price written down somewhere, which we'll come to now. In terms of price, it's about £169-ish. There's a code in the video description that gives you $40 off the price. So what's that, about 30 odd quid by the time... I don't know, my maths isn't brilliant, and I don't know the exchange rates. It's through AliExpress. Some people don't like using AliExpress stuff. I'll go through all that at the end, though, in my summary. Okay, so Retrobat. We're going to go into Hyperspin Attraction. This is probably my favourite, Hyperspin, because it's the old arcade classics and sort of the newer arcade games as well. I like the way they've laid this out. As you can see down the right hand there, look, you've got Namco NA1, NA2, etc. Again, each one of these you go into like this. And again, it gives up a nice section there of all the different games. Obviously, these are later arcade games. Bit of Ridge Racer 2. Now, this is a good valid point here. As you can see here, Ridge Racer 2, there are 3 different variants of that. So it might tell you like there's 10,000 games on that one system or whatever, but bear in mind a lot of them are doubles, which is quite common with ROMs anyway, because you get sort of the world version, you get the European, you get Japanese, and they all differ slightly, and some are just exactly the same. But you can see here the general idea. So Namco, there's lots of different Namco sections. Nintendo Arcade, So there you go, Contra, Donkey Kong, Amazing Tennis, Donkey Kong 3, Play Choice 10, who remembers that system? Oh yes indeed, versus Duck Hunt, Exciter Bike, oh, some classic NES games there, Nintendo there, classics, Nintendo Game & Watch versus system. These, like I say, are mainly sort of your arcade games, but equally under this you get some arcade systems like this here. So we'll have a quick look at this. So, you know, you get a real mix of everything. The Fallen Angels, Dragon Blaze, Gunbarish, Gunbird 2, Load Runner, so etc. It just goes on and on and on. There's just so much on here. This is pretty cool. It's all different pinball games, and I quite like digital pinball. I'm quite a fan of it. I don't mind it, you know. And as you can see here, these are all the different pinball tables that you get, and these are pretty stunning. I was playing that one probably about a week ago on another system I've got. I have to say it was a great pinball table. But they're the Star Wars ones, and then you get all sorts. Walking Dead, look, there's just Wild West. There's just so much on here. There really is. Puzzle arcade games, so you go in there. Puzzle Bobble and all that. I mean, it's the sort of games that you and the missus can come and play, you know what I mean? Or you and the partner and whatever, especially 1 versus 1, and get yourself another controller, play 2-player game. Oh, Bust a Move and all that. Oh, quality. So you get the idea of these are all the sections from here. Equally, there is a search system. You press this button here on the controller. There you go. And there's loads and loads of, you can configure the layout. So when you start some games, let's find a game to start. Sega. Let's go for a Sega game. Let's go for Commando. Wasn't Sega, was it? Which Commando is that? Oh, it's a very early Commando. Crackdown, for example. So there you go. Go Crackdown. You get this nice little loading screen, and then all of these sort of older arcade games, of course, the screen size was very different to what we have now with the stretched screens and everything else. I'm just going to dip into my beer fridge, and I'm just going to grab myself a beer. It's a bit rude not to. Now, this is what we're looking for here. We've got the bezel there. You see the bezels either side going on. You can take them away. You don't have to have them. There's loads of settings, okay? But you have to go into the settings and mess around with stuff and the rest of it, okay? So there you go. You get the general idea. Some of them side bezels are better for other games. I find the older arcade games work better. Anyway, I'm going to hit these 2 buttons here together, and it just takes you back to your previous menu, and then you just press your back button. So I hope that gives you a good idea of what's going on with just the arcade games, and this is pretty much my section. This is the area I love, you know. So much on here. We're still on sort of Sega systems, as you can see. There is a search facility, so you can search for games. I can't remember how to get to it. You've just got to keep fiddling with all these things, you really do. There's so much on here. Oh, here you go, RP. Oh, so you can do sort of an alphabetical search. Oh, of course, that was the R type there, wasn't it? Oh, yes. But you can see all these subsections. There's loads. There's wrestling, there's boxing, and they put them into sort of this. Am I a fan of this? I don't really know yet. I don't know if I just want it listed alphabetically. I like the way it's doing the separate systems and stuff, but you know, it's a pretty interface. It looks nice. It works well. It sounds great. The little zappy noises and all that. So we go Tekken, for example. There you go. It's a prime example. So there's Tekken 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 versions of Tekken 2. All different ROMs from different areas. Tekken 3. That is some sort of Japanesey Tekken-y puzzle game, I'm guessing. Tekken Tag Tournament. Tekken 4. Tekken 5. Dark Resurrection. Tekken 5 and another Tekken original. Now, obviously, as I keep saying, these systems will work as well as obviously the spec of your PC. But the majority of sort of PC games, 16-bit consoles and the rest of it generally work quite well on most PC systems, even your really, really old systems, okay? Ready to rumble! Wrestling collection. I thought he was Michael Buffer, wasn't it? I think he was more a boxing compare than a wrestling compare, but maybe he appeared at a WrestleMania and stuff, I don't know. There you go, look, so this is all wrestling games. Slam Masters, Saturday Night Slam Masters. Who remembers Saturday Night Main Event on the original wrestling? Royal Rumble, WWF Superstars. That was my favourite wrestling game back in the day. WrestleFest. And there you go, Saturday Night's Main Event. Shows it there, look, tag match. They were the best days of wrestling. I just loved them days of wrestling. WrestleMania. They different WrestleManias. They seem to have different sort of fonts for some reason. Wrestle War, that was a Sega game. So you just get the idea here. There's just so much. All games, favourites, etc. So if you go all games, pretty much just put, I mean, look, that great 1,000 mile. Look how many copies of that there are. So it's picked them up from all the little subcategories it's been put in. So you'll probably find that's been put in a section which is the name of the arcade company that produced it, a racing section maybe, you know, a sports, etc. 18 mile. So here you go. So you get alphabetical. There is a search facility. I can't remember how to find it. And there's favourites, so you can add your favourites and things. So there you go. Controls. There you go. You can change all them as well. So we're going to come out of that now. Like I say, that is probably my favourite section because, hey, I'm an arcade boy at heart. So let's get to the console stuff, which I know a lot of you people will be loving in particular. So you have two choices here. You can go through that section or you can go through the Retrobat. Like I say, they are both have they're pretty much the same. They are pretty much the same. We'll go into this one first. I'll just show you briefly the differences between them, but they both do the same job. I think this one we're going into now is just a little bit prettier, I think. Big box, there you go. Not game box, big box. Well, that's booting up. I'm going to boot up another beer. Oh, yes. Oh. Cheers, guys and girls at home. Like I say, do stick around for the summary because we'll be telling you how the future competition will work. I'll probably drop that in a week's time. And there's something I'd like you good people to do for me at home as well, which we'll come to. Right, I'm going to skip through first and just show you the amount of consoles and computer game systems on here. In television, Mega Duck. I have no idea what that is. It was like a Game Boy clone, I believe. MSX, MSX2, Microsoft MSX2 Plus, no idea. Xbox. The OG Xbox, bit like me. OG, the old gamer. Or original gamer, as I prefer, more polite. Xbox 360, NEC, PC FX, PC Engine. I loved the PC Engine console back in the day. Such a sexy, cute little system. PC Engine CD, PC Engine Super Graphics, NEC, Graphics C, Nintendo 3DS, 64. This is interesting. So you've got the N64 Europe, you get N64 USA, and N64DD. I assume that's some sort of drive thing they had. But you get different ROMs from Europe and USA, okay? So I think it's generally USA where they put the majority of ROMs. Nintendo DS, the NES, NES Hack, Family Computer, Disk System, Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, Hacks, Color, GameCube, Pokemon Mini, Super Famicom, Satellaview, Super Game Boy, Nintendo Switch, just loads of stuff. Virtua Boy, Wii U. Hey, as you know, I'm going for the full set on the Wii U. Plenty of games on here. Disney DuckTales. That's a US game, I believe, so you don't have to get that on UK Power. I don't think it was released UK. Epic Mickey, Devil's Third, The Croods, Cars 3, Unwritten Tales. I've got most of these on the shelf over there because obviously I'm going for that full set. Oh, good stuff, good stuff. Wii U, WiiWare, Open Board, BOR, Beats of Rage, I believe. Philips CDI, a system I never played a lot of. Scum VM, Scum games being mainly your sort of point and click adventures. Monkey Island, Police Quest, that sort of thing. Sega 32X, Sega CD, Sega Dreamcast. Oh, very underrated console. Game Gear, Sega Genesis, or if you're this side of the pond, the Mega Drive. Hey, Sega Genesis Hacks, Sega Hikaru. Okay, looks rather sexy there. A Master System, great little system, like the Master System. Master System hacks, Mega Drive Europe, Mega Drive, Saturn, SG, Sharp, Sinclair. Now with the computer systems on here, there are loads and loads of games for each one, as you can see here, like. And yeah, they actually surprisingly do have the little videos there. I didn't think they would for sort of the computer systems. The problem is though, you select a lot of these, you have to sort of get a keyboard going and all that sort of stuff, and they don't load as simply as the consoles. So if you want to get into emulating sort of computer systems at home, don't do it through one of these, is my advice. You're better off just setting it up yourself. SNES, loads of SNES stuff on here. Neo Geo Pocket. Oh, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 2 US, PlayStation 3, PSP, PSP Mini, Super Nintendo, Famicom, Supervision. Oh, 3DO. Not a system I was fully aware of. Let's quick look at 3DO USA. Not a system I've played much of. So let's take a look. What they got on there, 3D Atlas. Okay, so it's one of them sort of systems that come out that was a like a gaming system and an educational system as well in one. Blonde Justice. Yeah, I think we'll skip some of these because they're not. That looks rather good. Brain Dead 13 starring Fritz. Oh, that looks like a cup of tea. That Brain Dead, but there are a few on here that are adult, shall we say. Cowboy Casino, Interactive Poker. Yeah, oh, you've got to love that sort of stuff, haven't you? Anyway, so there you go, 3DO. Amstrad GX, the Amstrad console that was. Remember that, the GX 4000. Atari 2600, 5200, 7800, the Jaguar, Lynx, ST, ColecoVision. Look, it just goes on, and Ariston. We're exiting big box now, and I'll just show you briefly the other system that's on here, which is Retrobat, and like I say, it's exactly the same, it's just it's presented differently, that's all. So it's a case of personal preference really. Do you prefer the box one, or do you prefer what this is going to show you? So I'll give you a brief look at this as well. As you can see there, it's on a wheel system. It's actually prettier, I think. This is probably prettier. We're going to go and quickly look at a system like let's do Super Nintendo, and I'll show you sort of how many ROMs you're getting on there. So as you can see, they begin numerical and then they go A, B, C, etc. Okay, so you can see how many games are going on here. There's just loads, mate. ActRaiser, Addams Family, Aero, this, that, and the other. Aladdin. Now again, there's a few of these repeats. So you've got Aladdin, the European edition. You've got Aladdin, Japan, USA. Okay, so there's 3 copies there of Aladdin. So you might think you're getting like 10,000 Super Nintendo games, but hey, you know, you won't be, because they'll repeat some of them. Okay, as you saw there. Alien Predator, Andre Agassi Tennis. We're still on the A's. And as you see, we're still going through it. Archer McLean's Super Drop Zone. Oh, yes. Still on the A's, Axley, now onto the B's, Bob, etc. And as you can see, they all have that pretty little sort of video there. And it gives you a little synopsis of the game as well there, which I think is a nice little touch. So all in all, I'm quite impressed at this. There's just so much. There's something for everyone. I mean, that game there, that's not a very nice name. We won't bother with that one. It was a Japanese-only title, obviously. But it's sexy. So when you're going through this, there'll be loads of games you've never played. Because let's be honest, who's played every single video game going? As I quite often say on this channel, too many games, not enough time, people. Oh no, there's just too many. Roll on retirement, I say. Especially with them PS3 games I've been collecting. I need to invest some hours in a lot of them, you know. So there you go, you can just see this gives you a damn good idea of how many games on here. Now I'm going to go to the summary. And this is where I have a question for all of you good folks at home. The PeaPrit 12TB hard drive. Now, straight from the off, I was sent this free to review, but I'm not being paid for this review, which means I can give my complete honest opinion, and that's part of the deal I had with the guys. I said, I'll review it on the condition you send me another one to give away to these good people in a competition, which we'll be coming to shortly. It is stacked, as you saw. Loads of systems, load of games. But it comes at a price, some of this stuff. First problem with it was the power supply. The UK power supply wasn't the greatest. It's a minor issue. Just buy yourself a decent travel plug from a decent reputable shop here in the UK or whichever part of the world you're from, and just put the correct adapter in, if they don't send you the adapter that works anyway. The other downside is the antivirus. You have to disable your Windows antivirus to install this. The video explaining it all was very straightforward, very good, and I paused it a lot, did it, paused, bid it, play, pause, you know, that sort of thing. And I followed it to the book, and it worked on a mini PC, so that was good. But not everyone is happy, you know, disabling your antivirus. Whether once you've done the install and then put your antivirus back on, it still works and operates as it should do, I don't know. And that's something maybe I should have done in this video, but we'll do it in the follow-up, which we'll come to at the end. Just run it on a machine where you don't have the internet running anyway. Because, hey, it's there as a gaming machine. You're not going to use it for that. So that's my advice. And the other side of it, the negative, is some people are not happy with ordering from AliExpress. I can say genuinely, in the past, I've probably ordered maybe 5, 6 items in total from AliExpress. And I can honestly say I have never had an issue with it. But one piece of advice to anyone ordering off AliExpress, and it's quite a simple piece: use a credit card. Whether you pay the credit card off straight away and all that, great. But by ordering via credit card, you get the safety of the banks guaranteeing you know, if anything happens or it goes astray or whatever, you've got the safety and the insurance, shall we say, of a credit card transactions. Now, they are the negatives. The positives, I don't think I really need to explain them. I think there's just so much on here. Now, if you want to get your hands on one of these, I've put a link in the video description. Click that link. But before you do so, if you're going to purchase, it's AliExpress, as I said, make sure you use that code that I've also put in there, because it'll give you an extra $40 off. Hey, I don't do the exchange rates and all that, but it probably equates to about 25, 30 quid, I would guess. Hey, it depends what the dollar's doing at this time. I don't know. So do use that. So you could potentially get this for 120, 130 pound, I'm guessing. Okay. It comes via China. And I think mine arrived in about 7 days. So I was quite pleased about it on the whole. But over to you now, because some of you will be saying, well, oh, gee, I want to get involved on the competition. Now, the competition for this will be dropping in next week's video. Whenever I do a review like this, I always get loads of questions, which is great. I love the engagement. But the questions will be, is this game on the PS2? Have you got, on the N64, have they got that game? Have they got this? Drop in the comments, and I will be going through the comments, and I will then do a follow-up video explaining everything and going through it. And any questions you've got about the drive, I'll try and answer them as well in the next follow-up video, which will be coming next week. So make sure you've hit that subscribe button and everything else. And the competition next week will also be dropping as part of that video. Oh, now, to enter the competition, all you've got to do is watch next week's video. And bear in mind, if you are a channel member of the OGDuffy, I will look after the channel members, rightly so. You'll get extra inputs or extra entries into the competition if you choose to enter. But remember, don't matter if you're a member, a subscriber or not. As long as you're based in the UK, you will be able to enter. Yes, that's simple, honestly. And I'll be explaining it all in next week's video. But in the meantime, any questions you have, do drop in the comments now for the follow-up video. It's exciting stuff. There's plenty on there. But are your favourites on there? We'll soon find out. Any questions you got, do drop in the comments. And if you're after one, all the details are in that video description. And remember, next week is the giveaway. Oh, yes. So, I've been OGDuffy. You people have been awesome as always. That's enough from me. It's time I finish my beer and maybe jumped on a game or two. Because it'd be rude not to. Remember, hit like, subscribe and that notification bell, because you'll want to know when the next video goes live. Yes, indeed.